I wanted to talk about these pouches from Ravenswood Leather. I've had these pouches the longest of any pouches I've ever had, just because they're the most functional. I've gone through several different kinds, always trying to find something better, but I always go back to these. And the reason is just function, really, because their design, you can move them around anywhere you want. I can put them behind me if I need them to be out of my way for whatever reason, because it happens. These two I usually keep in the front, and this bag of holding, that I call it, because it just holds a ridiculous amount of stuff. I mean, this thing holds my my tender for the next fire. I've had my cloak in there, not this cloak, my oilcloth cloak inside here. I can really put everything that's on all of my pouches, on all of my belts, in this one pouch if I wanted, but I like to keep my things separated. That's why I have so many of these pouches on my belt. Into things for the campground, you know, when I'm at camp, things that I need. And then this belt is the pouches that keep all the rest of my what I would need to survive if all I had was my pouches and I lost my pack in the woods. But these pouches are not as good as these. This is another of the pouches that I went to try to find something better, and they just don't make the cut. Which I found out this weekend that I'm just going to replace these two bags with these kind of bags, because getting in and getting out, I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but when it's an emergency and you need to get in and you need to get out of your pouch, it becomes a big deal real quick. And I found that out this Friday, this weekend, because I needed to get in here to get things out while I was up to my knees in mud, and it was raining and it was cold, and I needed to get the stuff out of the pouch, and I couldn't. My fingers are cold. I'm trying to manipulate this stupid little toggle and get it off of this loop, and it seemed like nearly impossible. It seemed like 20 minutes to get it out. I'm sure it wasn't, but it was very irritating. With these things, you just pull the string and it opens, and you just pull the string and it closes. So it's much easier to get in and out of them. It's much easier to move them around my belts. Also, they hold a lot more stuff. Like this, they open like this. You can stick your entire hand in there and find whatever you need. Far less problematic than any other pouches I've had. So I just wanted to point out how good these are for my purposes, because function over, you know, looks pretty. I think these look good, but you know, everybody's different. It's got their own opinions. These look cool too, but they're just not functional. So if you want these pouches, which I suggest if you're looking for function, it's Ravenswood Leather. I'll put a link in the description below. But I have the Ranger pouch, I have the Night pouch. That's just different sizes, really. And this is the King's pouch. I guess the sizes are by how much gold you would actually carry on you, so how big a pouch you would need. But this pouch is great. Everybody likes this pouch because they see how much stuff I can keep in it. And this is to keep, you know, the things that I use the most, like my honing stones and things like that I use while I'm sitting around camp. And these, like I said, is everything I would need for survival if I lost my pack, but these will be replaced. So just wanted to talk about these pouches, because pouches has been a big thing for me, trying to find the best ones. And I always go back to these, so obviously these are the best ones for me. So I'll leave that link in the description if you're interested in checking out these pouches.